Hey guys, Nary here from Drake Wing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Temptation's Ballad. So guys, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Please sit back for the next 18 minutes while I entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Okay. Suddenly the silence was pierced by an embarrassingly wet splurting sound, ripping sharply through the cafe like a shriek. A very unhealthy, very wet shriek. It was more of a very drawn-out splat, to be honest. Everyone froze. Heads turned towards the source of the sound, while everyone staring at Bishop Katrina with awkward fascination. Her face turned an uncomfortable red as she noticed all the people gazing at her. What are you all looking at? That wasn't me! Oh, dearie me, it appears our good bishop isn't feeling well today. You best return home and take care of yourself, ma'am. Cole leaned back and cast prestidigitation under the table again, followed quickly by a minor illusion. A disgusting stink suddenly filled the cafe. Many of the customers wrinkled their noses and covered their faces with disgust. Several gagged and pointed behind Bishop Katrina with a laugh. Look! A large brown stain painted the back of Katrina's otherwise perfect white robe. Katrina whipped around and tried to cover herself, her face red with indignant fury. What manner of trickery is this? This is utterly juvenile! This is some sort of an illusion! I swear to you all that my robes are unsoiled! Artemy just stared at her mother's tantrum, utterly stupefied. Should she help, or... Katrina turned towards Cole and snarled furiously. It was hard to take her seriously when she was busy covering up her butt stains with her hands. You! I know you are responsible for this somehow! I would not stand for such humiliation! Cole casually took a sip of his tea and wrinkled his nose. Ooh, that stench! Ma'am, I'm gonna have to politely ask you to take a step back. A waitress awkwardly approached their table. Excuse me, Your Excellency, but I'm afraid I must ask you to leave. You're, disturbing the other customers of our establishment. Katrina's face somehow turned even redder with indignant fury. You will be punished for this! Mark my words! Finally, she left the cafe with a huff. Artemy watched her mother disappear without another word. She turned towards Cole with a strange mixture of a half-hearted smile and a guilty grimace. Cole, I know you mean well, but you mustn't torment my mother so. Cole spat out his tea. Wait, that's your mom? What kind of asshole makes her kid call her Your Excellency? Cole, such language! Her Excellency means, well, she's probably stressed out from all the work she dedicates to the church. She just has an image to uphold. Yeah, the image of an asshole. Plenty of stressful parents manage to mean well without being an utter dick about it. You gotta stand up for yourself sometime. Do you stand up for yourself when you disagree with your parents? Well... A little bell at the cafe's entrance rang again as a breathless Sid rushed inside. His eyes lit up when he caught sight of Cole and Artemy. Yo! Did you guys see that lady that just sprinted by? I think the Grand Bishop just shot herself, in public! Artemy let out a groan and buried her face in her hands. Maybe I should go home and apologize. No! You're coming with us to the Bonebreaker Guild. We gotta help you out with your mission, right? And hey, good morning, Sid. You're late. Cole cheerfully greeted Sid with a firm slap on the back. Another height difference led to the slap landing directly on the badger's ass. Sid yelped and nearly knocked the table over. Hey! Good morning to you too, boss! Artemy glanced between the two of them curiously. Is this a variation of a high five? How strange. Anyway, are we going to the Bonebreaker Guild to start my training today? I can't believe I'll be meeting Marrow for the first time. I'm kind of shaking from anticipation. Don't worry. Papa's a real swell guy once you get to know him. Oh, and Artie here is going to join us. Our next big assignment is helping her find those missing rubies from yesterday. Sid's eyes lit up and he shook Artemy's hand gleefully. Really? That's great to hear. It's an honor to continue working with you, Miss Chosen. Please, just call me Artemy. There's no need for such formality amongst friends. I keep forgetting, it's the right mouse click. Right mouse click. Some habits just die hard. I can't believe this! We're staying as a team! Oh, speaking of which, Sid scratched his head and glanced away bashfully. This is kind of embarrassing, but could you guys do me a favor? Of course, I'd be honored to aid my friends. Depends. What do you have in mind? You guys are free later tonight, right? This is gonna sound super embarrassing, but my parents wanted to meet the two of you. They sounded super excited when I told them about yesterday, and they wanted to treat you guys to lunch or something like that. Cole and Artemy exchanged surprised glances before laughing sheepishly. Aw, your folks sound pretty sweet. Of course we'll come. Can't say no to free food after all. Artemy fidgeted with her glove self-consciously and gulped. She almost looks somewhat intimidated. I don't know. My social abilities are still somewhat lacking. I might not live up to your family standards. Demands? This is a job interview. This isn't a job interview. There's no need to get worked up. My parents are super chill. They just wanted to make sure I wasn't hanging around with crazy people. Or frogs. Very well. I shall do my best to prove my worth. Thank you for inviting me to your abode. Artemy bowed deeply yet again. At this point, all the customers at the cafe had grown accustomed to the sight and paid her no mind. But like I said, it's not a job interview. Cole shrugged and motioned to the cafe waiter for the bill. Anyway, we can visit your parents' place after our training session at the Bone Breakers. If we're gonna have them meet the Parents' Day, we might as well meet my papa first. Let's head out. Marauders District. Bonebreaker Mercenary Company. Noon. Alrighty. The axe is still buried in the table, okay? And welcome to my crib. Cole shoved the front doors open to reveal the Bonebreaker Guild bustling with activity and drunk mercenaries. Dozens of men in armor in various states of dress let out shouts to welcome Cole home as he waltzed inside. Wait, are there no women part of this mercenary company? So I'm curious about, is it like men only or something like that? Artemy and Sid followed closely behind, gaping at the rowdy and disorganized sight. Cole, we must have arrived at the wrong address somehow. This is an unsupervised tavern. Hey, don't let Papa hear you say that. He's still super proud of buying and renovating this old shack into our headquarters. Sid shyly waved at the laughing mercenaries and admired the various weapons ebbed into the bar walls and tables. Wow, this is just like those bard tales. The Bonebreaker's reputation is spot on. He blinked and suddenly realized most of the mercenaries were wearing rather revealing loincloths and harnesses, similar to Cole. Sid flushed and shuffled behind Artemy like a timid child. Is there a dress code that I'm supposed to follow, or...? Nope. Papa let us wear whatever we want. He does encourage us to leave a striking impression, though, if you know what I mean. Artemy stared at the men at the bar with concern. Discipline is rather lax here. That is a horrifically unhealthy amount of alcohol at such an early hour. Papa's a pretty laid-back guy. The boys work real hard most of the time, so he lets them relax and party hard when they have the time. What's the point of all that effort if you're not going to enjoy yourself later, right? I suppose I see the logic in that. Y'all need to relax. Oh, God. I did a number on my throat. Okay. You're gonna have a great time here. I guarantee it. Cole laughed and gave them both friendly slaps on the back before approaching the bar. Hey, boys, how's it going? Y'all know where Papa or Hamish is right now? Hamish? One of the mercenaries greeted Cole with a buzzed chuckle. Oh, I saw them heading to supply closets a little earlier. Captain was getting real flirty with Hamish. The usual shit, you know? Cole scowled and let out a groan. The supply closets? They're not seriously. Did Papa forget that he promised to help train my new adventuring party today? Probably. You know how your old man gets when he's in the mood. Runs in the family, eh? The men laughed and gave Cole a good-natured hair tussle. Sid and Artemy approached Cole awkwardly. Is something the matter, Cole? Cole muttered under his breath in annoyance. Nope, everything's fine. Y'all just hang out here for a bit. I'll go find Papa. Meanwhile, in a small supply closet in the back alley, low grunts and moans echoed through the narrow walls. Hamish furrowed his brow and tried his best to stay on topic as Merrow laid on top of him in their usual morning rut. Those rough thrusts again in his hips made it hard to think straight, however. Oh my God! Oh my! I'm telling you that you're overthinking things again, lovey. If Cole wants to tell me something, he'll tell me. I've never given my boy a hard time before. Yeah, but you have to understand that you've got a rather big personality. Hell yeah, I do. Hun, focus. I'm being serious. Sometimes I feel like you're just talking at Cole instead of really listening, you know? This is not a conversation to be having during this particular act. It's hard to say no to you when you're being so aggressively supportive. Hey, being supportive ain't a bad thing. Yes, but communication is a two-way street. Cole's a good kid, and he loves you to death. He'd do anything to make you happy, you know. That includes hiding stuff from you that he thinks you would disappoint you, even the tiny things. Just promise me you'll have a talk with him, like an actual conversation instead of your usual rambling of, "Ah, my darling boy, I'm so proud of you." Alrighty, fine, I'll give it some thought. Now, let's save this conversation for a better time, yeah? What a oof. Okay, then. Hamish let out a squeal as a particularly hard thrust. Oh, God. Making him see stars. His own body melted against Marrow's weight as a larger hyena. Oh, my goodness. Yep, can't read that. He wasn't going to last much longer. The closet door suddenly flew open with a slam. The two hyena dads glanced up to see Cole glaring at them, flabbergasted. Oh, hey, boy. How's your morning been? Marrow let out a laugh and continued casually thrusting away. Hamish buried his face in his hands as he struggled to not spontaneously die from embarrassment. Would it kill you to knock? Why are y'all even down here? You have a bedroom! The only bedroom in this entire building, in fact. Marrow let out a playful growl and petted Hamish's distressed ears. You know my policy, boy. I do my utmost to stand on the same level as the rest of my men. That include fucking in the supply closets, just like everyone else. Marrow's overzealous declaration reverberated through the building's thin walls. Roars and hollers of agreement and support from the drunk mercenaries echoed from the main lobby of the Bonebreaker Guild. Marrow's grin widened as his glass eye twinkled proudly. His thrust never broke pace. Oh my god. See, boy, this is what it means to be a great leader. You gotta be a part of the team. Right, yep, totally understand. Speaking of teams, did you forget that you promised to help train my new party members? Brief pause right here for an ad break. Okay. Marrow's hips stopped abruptly, and his ears drooped with realization. Ah, shit, I did say that, didn't I? How drunk was I when you asked? Hamish elbowed Marrow from underneath him. I reminded you this morning, you big oaf. Did you? I don't remember that. Hamish rolled his eyes with an indignant rumble. You were too busy flirting and groping my ass. Then you dragged me down here for a quickie, even though there's still paperwork I needed to finish. Papa, you always say it's a quickie, but you always end up going at it forever. Marrow scratched his head awkwardly. Yeah, sorry, my boy. We'll probably be at this for a while. You mind coming back with your crew in about an hour? I promise you I'll get the sparring room set up by then. Cole groaned and rolled his eyes. Fine. You two have fun, I guess. With a huff, he slammed the door shut. Lovey? You're not mad at me, are you? We're putting a lock on that fucking door! Oh my god, what a game. When Cole returned to the main lobby, he found Artemy and Sid in awe as they watched as one of Bonebreaker mercenaries juggling 6 unsheathed daggers with ease. Another mercenary was making moves on Sid and offering to teach him his sword-swallowing trick. Cole sighed as he approached them. Huh? Why would you need to take off my... Sid caught sight of Cole and waved enthusiastically. Oh, hey boss, did you find Marrow yet? Cole snorted. Yep, found him. Papa's a little busy, though. We're gonna visit your parents first. Really? Right now? Cole tapped his foot impatiently. Yes, right now. Y'all ready to go yet? One of the mercenaries at the bar let out a disappointed grumble. No, I was gonna show this fella a few of my new tricks. I was looking forward to learning this sword-swallowing technique. It sounds fascinating. The mercenary men all chuckled to themselves and patted Artemy on the shoulder sympathetically. Sorry, sweetheart, I'm afraid you don't have the right equipment for it. Hey, huh? Hey, y'all, back off a little, will you? You're gonna scare off my new crew. Aw, don't even worry about it, boss. Everyone here's been super nice. I agree, your coworkers have been most accommodating. I am looking forward to learning from them in the future. Cole shot his fellow Bonebreakers a withering look and was met with a wave of snickers. Wow, Cole, how did you end up with such a sweet and wholesome crew? I almost felt bad for them being here. No need for that, we're leaving now. A loud feral howl suddenly reverberated from the supply closets and almost shook the building in sheer volume. Sid and Artemy stared towards the back hallways in bewilderment. All the Bonebreaker mercenaries were utterly unfazed, as though this were a daily occurrence. What was that? That would be Papa. Is he okay? He sounds hurt. Oh, he is fine. Anyways, come on, let's go. We're leaving. But surely we should check and see if he is okay. Nope. We're leaving. Shoo! Cole dragged his two companions out the door, utterly red-faced as the Bonebreaker mercenaries howled with laughter behind them. Gonna have to do a little fair amount of editing for that one. Yeah, that's definitely not safe for work. Sparrow's Roost Inn and Tavern. Alrighty, let's go get some grub with his parents. Okay, so can I be real with you guys? Sid fidgeted with a hint of embarrassment as three of them approached the Sparrow's Roost Inn and Tavern. This is a little embarrassing, but I really like you guys, and I want to look cool when I'm around you. But, my parents can be a little coddling sometimes, and it makes me look a bit like a big lame baby, so... Ha! I know what you mean. Don't worry about it, big guy. Every embarrassing thing they say will be held against you. That's not what I'm asking for! Okay, listen, just do me a favor and look away whenever my mom pinches my cheek or tries to fix my hair or something. I've got a reputation to uphold. Does your mother fawn over you so often? All the time. I'm a grown man now. I can take care of myself. But, of course, I'm not going to say no to my own mother. So just be cool with about it, okay? Delicious smells of stew and assorted snack foods wafted through the open window of Sparrow's Roost as they neared. Cole felt his mouth water at the savory scents and took a deep, hungry sniff. Wow, so this is what a real functioning tavern is like. Look at that, waiters serving actual food that's not Hamish's shitty cooking. I can't believe you get to live here, man. I mean, it's nothing compared to growing up with the greatest mercenary in history. Who cares about that? I want good food! Cole felt his belt shift as Malice slithered up out of his pocket and flicked his tongue in the air curiously. My, what is that heavenly scent? It is utterly intoxicating. Puny mortal, we must investigate this immediately. Whoa! Boss! A massive snake just crawled out of your loincloth! Cole winked. Which one? I've got two. You can pet it if you want. Huh? Cole, I didn't realize you summoned two snake familiars. Why, Artemy, why are you so innocent? I don't believe I've seen the second one. Where is it? Cole sighed, tired. One of these days, we'll teach you about innuendos. He turned back to Sid. Anyway, I summoned this talking snake familiar accidentally. Kinda. It came out a little dumb, though. Excuse me? Sid grinned, delighted. That's so cool! I've got a little animal companion, too! And meet Betsy. She's been a real pal to me for the past few years. A really good listener, too. Oh, God. Cole squinted at the patch of grass Sid was excitedly gesturing towards. A rather large round toad in the exact shape of a potato glanced back with wise and unblinking eyes. The rotund amphibian was as still and unmoving as the sun it was basking upon. Is that thing still alive? Yup. I fed her some table scraps this morning. Alright, guys, I'm gonna pause it right here. Wow, what an episode. We definitely had a lot of stuff going on here, didn't we? But anyway, guys, I'm gonna pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell if you're super thanks, or a tip if you can, it always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!